it's me again, coming at you from Texas! And as you can probably tell by now, this video is gonna be sorta different. Because I'm attempting to film it in English. Some of you out there really wanted me to do so, and I guess that's what we're gonna do today. I just have to admit, it does feel a little bit weird for me to talk English in front of the camera, so just bear with me, okay? Yeah, where should I start? I am an au pair. Yeah, you probably know that by now. However, I just wanted to throw that out there one more time because today's video is gonna be all about those au pair moments. Those moments that you only experience when you're an au pair. And I encountered a few of those and I wanted to share them with you today. So without further ado, let's hop right in. Here we go. Fact number one. You know you're an au... Let me try that again, okay? Fact number one. You know you're an au pair when you have two ways to introduce yourself. There's option number... Fact number two. You know you're an au pair when you kind of develop this au pair eating schedule. I don't know if it's only me, but in the beginning when I came here, my day was kind of like this. I got up, I had breakfast with the kids, I dropped the kids off, then I came home and I had breakfast on my own. And it rhymes. Well, then you have lunch before you pick up the kids again, right? Then you get home, have snack, then you have dinner with the kids, and after that you might want to meet some friends and you might also have dinner on your own or with your friends again. So you kind of end up eating every meal of the day twice and you also grow double. Well, I managed to get back to my normal eating schedule again, but I gotta admit, in the beginning I maybe was a victim of the au pair eating schedule. Frühstücksrunde, die dritte. Ding ding ding. Hey, don't judge. Please let me know, maybe it's only me, but that's what it was like for me. And my tummy. Fact number three. You know you're an au pair when you start using all those nicknames for your host kids. And you end up actually not using their real names that often anymore. So when you want to call your host kids, it just looks something like this. Darling, princess, hey munchkin, cutie pie, buddy. That's not really what I had in mind, darling. Hey sweetheart, you gotta pick up the stuff afterwards. Oh, my little munchkin. Oh, and you guessed it right, they also have a little nickname for me. Meine Hostkids nennen mich nämlich Lovey. Fact number four. You know you're an au pair when you end up not even recognizing your own handbag anymore. Because magically all this au pair related stuff ends up in my bag and all kinds of stuff is in there. From toys to bandages or I don't know, but just every single week, at the end of the week, I'm like, what the heck? How did this all get in here? Let me get it real quick so we can really actually do like a little tour of my handbag, or no, what's in my bag au pair edition. So let's see. Okay, I have money. That's pretty basic. Car keys, trash, and it's not my trash, just saying. But okay, that's fine. Oh, first au pair related thing. Wet wipes. Wait. That's not, but that's also one thing. It's definitely not my stuff. Ridiculously awesome. Ouch. What else do we have in here? Red Nose from Red Nose Day. Yeah, I know. Awesome. Maybe that's about it for today, but oh, like those random rubber bands. Oh, and of course, goldfish. Whoever invented those, I would really like to meet you and just say thanks, like a genuine thanks, because you made my life a little bit easier and better. Yeah, and I think that's about it. I mean, more hand sanitizer, because it's also a must-have. And that hair tie is also totally not one of mine. No. But yeah, trust me. Fact number five. You know you're an au pair when you start speaking Minecraft and Pokemon fluently. Or in my case, more like you pretend to speak it fluently. Okay, so do you wanna battle with me? Sure, because I'm totally gonna beat you. See about that. I'm gonna use Wild Charge. Hey! Okay, well, I'm gonna switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Whatever the heck this may mean. How do you even pronounce all of those freaking Pokemon cards? I can't even tell you how many Pokemon battles I had in my year here so far. Countless. Fact number 6. You know you're an au pair when you have to make dinner for your host kids every night. And as you do so, you just magically turn into a pretty awesome chef. And I can whip up basically anything in no time at all. And I'm not talking about some instant mac and cheese. I can whip you up some avocado pasta or homemade chicken nuggets in no time at all. Say what? Fact number 7. You know you're an au pair when you start adapting to the life of Americans. You start adapting to their eating habits. And you also start adapting to their laziness. And I'm not trying to offend anybody here. Let's just call it convenience. Yeah, it is pretty convenient. Because what you end up doing is you try to park as close as possible to the place that you want to go to. And yeah. Best spot in the lot. And then, like in my case, you get a visitor, my friend Danny, and she's like, why are we driving there? We can just walk there. But you're like, well, Americans love their car, and I started loving mine too. And if you're lucky enough, like in my case, and you have one of those mommy vans, then you might as well use it, right? Fact number 8. You know you're an au pair when you start referring to your host kids as your children. Because you end up saying, I'm gonna pick up my kids and my children are there and there. And I think you also realized that in one of my previous videos when I was always like, okay, let's do this now with my kids. And yeah, you just end up doing that because they do feel like kind of your kids. Of course, they're not my kids. But it's also funny how you encounter actually a large number of people who really do think that those kids are your kids. And I'm always like, do I really look like I have an 8-year-old son? I don't look that old, do I? I guess it's time for eye renewal cream. Anti-aging, here we go. Better help. Whoops, and I almost tripped. Fact number 9. You know you're an au pair when you realize, even after the first weeks, that there's no way that you will fit all of this stuff that you own here into the one single suitcase that you came here with. I do not know how I'm gonna get all of this stuff home. Seriously. Oh. How on earth am I ever gonna get all of this home? Pack my whole life for 1 year in one freaking suitcase? Impossible! Darn. That's never gonna work out. Fact number 10. You know you're an au pair when you lose your iPhone and you end up finding it in the American Girl dresser of your host kid. Let me tell you that story, because that's a funny one, and it's a true story. Because my host kid, for some reason, thought it's a fun idea to just take my iPhone and put it into her little American Girl doll dresser and hide it there. And she really meant to tell me that she put it there, but for some reason she just forgot. So what I ended up doing is I came home after I dropped them off at school, and then I was like, where the heck is my phone? So what I ended up doing was I used my MacBook and I used that, what is it called? The find your phone setting or whatever it's called, and where you can even like tell your phone to make specific sounds, because of course it was on silent, so I couldn't call it. And I walked through the house just trying to figure out where the beeping comes from, and then you just randomly find it in the American Girl doll dresser. But don't worry, we talked about it. We all know now this is my phone, and we do not hide it in any kind of weird places or anywhere at all. Fact number 11 is also gonna be a funny and real story, because you know you're an au pair when you randomly lose your debit card. Okay, that's not really the whole point of the story. You don't only lose it, you also find it in the weirdest place again. Because what happened was I was booking a thin air session, which is one of those, thin air is one of those trampoline jumping places where I wanted to take my host kids to, and I was booking a session, and while I was doing that, I was playing with my host kids one of those board games, and then when it was time for them to clean up, they just took all the cards and stuff that they could find on the table and threw it in the box, including my debit card. So then I spent the whole day looking for that stupid thing, and I really found it in the box again, because we were like, what were you doing when you were booking the class? And I'm like, oh, I was playing. But there's no way it could be in that box, right? Well, yeah, there was a way, and it seriously was in that board game box. Fact number 12. You know you're an au pair when you just get this overwhelming feeling of happiness when you hear a specific sound. Do you know what I'm talking about? Hey kids! Aww. Never in my whole life have I had so many Skype and FaceTime conversations. Thanks, technology, thanks! And fact number 13 is gonna be, you know you're an au pair when you become an expert at saying goodbyes, because that's one thing you do basically throughout your whole year. You say goodbyes to your friends and family at the airport. I'm not getting goosebumps right now, no. You say goodbye to au pairs basically throughout the whole year, and you say goodbye to visitors who come and visit you. You have a great time, but then it's time to say goodbye. And even this week I have to say goodbye to my amazing community counselor who's moving, so here we go again. Goodbye. And before I'm gonna say goodbye now, I wanna wrap it up and add one special or specific au pair fact. And I'm not only doing this because 13 facts would be horrible, because that's not the luckiest of all numbers. But I'm also doing this because it's just gotta be in here. Because you know you're an au pair in Texas, with capital T, because it's really all about Texas, when this is also part of your life. And that's about it. I hope some of you out there could maybe relate to a few experiences that I had, or if you have other funny stories, feel free to share them in the comments. I would love to hear them. Yeah, I just hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today, and I'm gonna talk to you soon. And I should probably pick up my youngsters now, so let's do that. Bye! Fact number 11. Well, who cares? Ich habe jetzt nur 1 Milliarde Moskitostiche mehr. Und mir ist etwas heiß. Habe mich für euch sogar ins nasse Gras gesetzt. Was tut man nicht alles für